Well, you're in the right place. No more confusing menus or wasted time. This is your fast track to a perfect setup. We'll cover pairing, key device settings, and important firmware updates, all sorted in just a few minutes. Let's get your AirPods 4 working just right. Alright, let's get started. You've got your AirPods 4 hopefully still in the case. First up, the magic of pairing them with your iPhone or iPad. Just make sure your iPhone or iPad is unlocked and on the home screen. Now simply open the lid of your AirPods 4 charging case and hold it right next to your device. Boom! A setup animation should pop up on your screen. It's pretty slick. Tap Connect and follow the on-screen steps. If Siri's already good to go on your iPhone, it'll work with your new AirPods 4 straight away. If not, you might get a little pop-up to set Siri up. Now, what if that cool animation doesn't show up? Don't panic, it happens. First things first, double-check that Bluetooth is actually on. Pop into Settings, then Bluetooth, and make sure that switch is green. Still no luck? Okay, with the AirPods in their case and the lid open, find the small setup button. Usually it's on the back of the charging case. With the AirPods 4, Apple might have tweaked this. It could even be a double tap on the front of the case now, or it might still be pressing and holding that button on the back until the status light flashes white. Check your specific model if you're unsure, but typically you're looking for that flashing white light. Once you see that white flashing light, head back to Settings to Bluetooth on your device. Your AirPods 4 should pop up in the list. Just tap on them and you're connected. And here's a neat trick. If you're signed into iCloud, your AirPods 4 will automatically show up on your other compatible Apple devices signed in with the same Apple ID. Super handy. No need to pair them all over again. Once they're connected, you might want to give your AirPods a custom name. In Bluetooth settings, tap that little eye icon, the info button, next to your AirPods. From there, you can change the name to something cool like My Awesome AirPods 4 or just your name, whatever you like. It just makes them easier to spot if you've got a bunch of Bluetooth gadgets. Okay, pairing complete. High five. Alright, pairing done. Now, let's take a couple of minutes to tweak some key settings. This is where you make your AirPods 4 work exactly how you want. So go back to Settings on your iPhone or iPad, tap Bluetooth, then hit that little I next to your connected AirPods 4. Think of this as your AirPods control panel. First up, automatic ear detection. It's usually on by default, and honestly, it's pretty smart. This means your AirPods 4 play audio when they're in your ears and pause when you take one out. Most people dig this, but if it bugs you for any reason, you can switch it off right here. Next up, the microphone. By default, it's usually on automatically switch AirPods, meaning either AirPod can be the mic. Take one out, and the other one takes over. This works great for most folks, but if you prefer one side to always be the mic, say, always the left or always the right, you can pick that here. Now, depending on your exact AirPods 4 model, especially if you've got one with active noise cancellation, you'll see noise control options. This is where you'll find active noise cancellation, transparency mode, which is awesome for hearing what's around you, and maybe even adaptive audio, which smartly mixes the two. You can usually customize how you switch between these modes, often with a press and hold on the AirPod stem. Play around with this for a sec to see what feels right for you. You might even be able to set up different actions for each AirPod stem. Another huge one, spatial audio. If your AirPods 4 have personalized spatial audio, you have to try this. Still in those AirPod settings, look for personalized spatial audio. You'll probably use your iPhone's front camera to scan your ear shape. Yeah, really. This creates a sound profile just for you, making music and movies sound incredibly immersive. Sounds a bit like science fiction, but the difference can be pretty amazing. You might also spot options to tweak call controls, like how many taps on the stem end a call or mute you. Some newer AirPods also pack cool features like conversation awareness, which handily lowers your music volume and boosts voices when you start chatting with someone nearby. Definitely poke around in these settings. There are some real gems in there that can make using your AirPods every day even better. And don't skip optimized battery charging. This helps your AirPods batteries last longer by learning your charging habits and waiting to charge past 80% until just before you usually need them. Also, make sure Find My is switched on for your AirPods so you've got a good chance of finding them if they ever decide to play hide and seek. Last, but super important, let's talk firmware. Firmware is basically the brainpower that makes your AirPods 4 work their magic. Apple rolls out updates now and then to boost performance, add new features, or squash any little bugs. The great news, these updates usually happen all by themselves. No buttons to press, no fuss. Here's the deal. Your AirPods firmware updates when they're in their charging case. The case is charging, plugging it in is best. and they're close to your paired iPhone, iPad, or Mac that's on Wi-Fi. So yeah, most of the time, this just happens quietly in the background. Still, it's handy to know how to check your current firmware version. On your iPhone or iPad, go to Settings OS Bluetooth, tap the I next to your AirPods, and scroll down to About. You should see the firmware version there. Another way is sometimes under Settings, General, About. Then tap on your AirPods when they're connected. If you're curious or think an update might be waiting, you can kind of nudge it along. Just pop your AirPods in their case, close the lid, and plug the case into power. Keep it near your paired iPhone or iPad, which needs Wi-Fi, remember? And just let them hang out for about 30 minutes without peaking. Then, open the lid to reconnect and check the firmware version again to see if it's changed. If an update seems truly stuck or fails, which is pretty rare, the good old reset trick might be your friend. For that, put your AirPods in the case, open the lid, then press and hold that setup button on the back for about 15 seconds, or until the light flashes amber, then white. You'll have to repair them afterwards, and then you can try the update process again. But honestly, 99% of the time you won't need to think about firmware updates at all. And there you have it! In just a few minutes, you've gone from unboxing to a perfectly set up pair of AirPods 4. You're all set to enjoy all the cool stuff they can do. If this quick guide helped you out, do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel grow. Got any questions about setting up your AirPods 4? Or maybe there's a killer setting I didn't mention that you absolutely love? Let me know in the comments below. I do my best to read and answer as many as I can. Hit subscribe for more easy tech guides and tips to help you get the most out of all your gadgets. Thanks for watching, and enjoy those new AirPods 4.